In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a contact sheet, and I'm going to show you two different ways of creating a contact sheet. Now, a contact sheet is essentially a collection of images all brought together on a single sheet of paper, just like you see before you. And this is very useful for editing your images, working out which images you want to keep and which ones you don't. So the first method I'm going to show you is in Photoshop. Just get rid of this. So once you've opened Photoshop, you just leave it as it is, and this method is very useful if you haven't got a huge amount of images. All right, so if you've only got no more than 30 images, this is a great method and really quick. All right, so what you'll do is you'll go to File, then you'll click on Automate, and then you'll go down to where it says Contact Sheet 2 and click on that. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is find your source images. So you can find the so you'll have to navigate to where you've put your images. Now at this point I will say that it'd be very useful for you to put all of the images that you want to appear onto your contact sheet into the same folder. All right, so put them in a single place on your computer. Now if you've obviously downloaded a load of images off your camera from a photo shoot, then they're all going to be in the same folder anyway, so that's great. Anyway, navigate yourself your way to your images, and when you get to the folder, you just double click on it and it will say there's nothing in there, but you know there's images in there, and then we click OK. All right, so that's what we've essentially done, is set the folder of images that contains the images that we're going to create a contact sheet out of. The next thing is your document size. Now we're going to base this contact sheet on an A4 paper size. Okay, now the width of A4 paper is 21 centimeters. Okay, and the height is 29.7. All right, 29.7. Now the resolution for a contact sheet doesn't need to be that high. Now you can just leave it at 300. I'm just going to reduce it to 200, just because of simplicity, and it doesn't take up so much space when we save it later on. Now the next thing you're going to do is set the amount of images you want on the page. Now it works it out through columns and rows. So it'll have so at the moment it's set to 5 columns by 6 rows. All right, and we have to do a bit of maths here. Now I know that the folder I've got contains 26 images, and the columns and rows here, if we times 6 by 5, comes to 30. So I know that the images in that folder, 26 images, are going to fit onto a single page. All right, now if you've got 32 images, then you might have to increase your column or your row to fit that on. All right, but try and work it out so that you fit as many onto the page as you can see nicely. You don't want them too small, because you actually want to see the images. Finally, just check that the file name as caption is checked. All right, that'll help you to delete any images that you just don't need. So all the blank ones or the really blurred ones. You can get rid of that, and you'll be able to see that on your contact sheet. So I'm going to click OK, and it will automatically start to place your images onto the canvas. So it only takes, depending on how many images you've got, but we're kind of guessing it's going to be less than 30 here for this way of doing it, and it shouldn't take too long. Right, also it's dependent on the size of your images. And there we have it. And all you need to do now is either save it, so we can go to File, Save As, and choose you know, a JPEG, or any file that you want really, but a JPEG won't take up so much space. Or you could just print it. All right, you just go to File and Print. Okay, so that's the first way. Now the second way, it utilizes Bridge. So if you can find Bridge from your Applications folder, and it looks like this when it's open. Now the first thing we need to do is navigate to our folder of images. So we go to well, this PC. I know they're in here, so I'm going to go to the same the same document. There we go, and we can see our images here. All right, so this is nice because you can actually see the images that are going to go into your contact sheet. Then we click on Output. Okay, and you'll see usually in the first instance it'll just have 4 images. So what I would do is I would click on the very first image. You'll see it's put your images in the bottom here. Click on the very first one, scroll along the bottom, hold down the Shift key on your keyboard and click on the last, and that selects all your images. And then all you do is you click and drag onto your sheet of paper. Okay, now the paper size over here is automatically set to A4, and you can change the resolution if you want, and you can bring the image quality down if you want a little bit, if you want to save a bit of space. You will actually set the amount of images per page just under grids and margins. All right, and right at the top here, look, we've got our grid layout. So we can have, at the moment it's set by 2 columns, 2 rows, so that's 4 per sheet. And we can see here, we've got 7 pages worth of 4. All right, so we know that, so if we have 5 columns and 6 rows, that we can fit all of these images onto one sheet of paper. All right, but you can play around with that, and if you did want it slightly bigger, you could go to 4 columns, 5 rows, or 4 rows, but then it's going to put it onto 2 sheets of paper. All right, now the benefit of this over the other method is that when you come to print this, if the printer prints double-sided, because it will contain it all in a PDF document, it will automatically print double-sided, so you save quite a lot of space, quite a lot of paper, sorry, and you can edit the size in which they appear on the paper dead easily before you actually come to export it. All right, so that's what we do down here. So when we're happy with our amount of pages, so this is going to go over 2 pages, so when I put this through a printer, it'll just print double-sided. So when we're happy with that, I'm going to click Export PDF. Okay, and I'm going to just put it on the desktop. And what I recommend is that you give it some sort of title, file name that describes your shoot. All right, so I'm just going to call these exhibition images, because that's what they are. All right, and I'm just going to save that. Okay, and what that will do is it will generate a separate PDF sheet, and you see, look, it's on 2 pages, and then from here you can just print it. All right, you can go to print. Oops, I'll cancel that, I don't need to send it. Okay, so thank you very much.